What's going on guys, Glassman here, back with another episode of Weekly Gaming News. In this episode I'll be covering a few picks of the week's gaming news with an emphasis on the current Blizzard Hearthstone events at the end. There's a lot to tell, so I left that till last. Anyway, let's get right into it. From October 15th, Apex Legends players will be treated to a Halloween-themed event. Lasting through till November the 5th, players will have access to the limited-time event called Fight or Fright. The event features new content such as new limited-time modes set in Kings Canyon at night. Players will have the opportunity to grab some goodies during the event as well. On the Apex Legends page, we're told that there are 24 free earnable cosmetics to unlock, including 2 legendary weapon skins. Players can unlock the cosmetics in 3 ways. Either direct purchase with Apex coins, direct unlock with crafting metals, or random unlocks with event Apex packs. Additionally, if players unlock all 24 Fight or Fright cosmetics during the event's runtime, they will unlock the Lifeline heirloom set for free. The new limited time mode known as Shadowfall has a bit of a twist. The mode is a solo game where 34 players will be dropped into an eerily lit Kings Canyon and fight to the death. But the twist is that once you die, you respawn as an undead version of your legend and will join the powerful Shadow Squad. Once in the Shadow Squad, you lose your ability to use weapons and legend abilities. Instead, you're given increased movement and jump speed as well as a brutal melee attack. Apparently, you will also get the ability to scale walls and be given unlimited respawns. The battle will only go on until 10 players are remaining, who must then join forces and make it to an evac ship while the Shadow Squad attempts to stop you. Call of Duty Modern Warfare will be one of the biggest games of the year. No really, it will be huge, I know it. Like 175GB big. Right now, if you look up on battle.net, you'll see that that's a hefty amount of storage that Modern Warfare will require. Luckily, the rest of the PC requirements aren't quite as demanding, so as far as your hard drives are concerned, you may have to delete some older games or possibly look into getting an upgrade. Activision did update the Modern Warfare system requirements post to explain why they're asking for the 175GB of space. They say the 175GB is a storage space they recommend players keep available in order to download the post-launch content they'll bring into Modern Warfare. Supposedly at launch, the initial download will be smaller. Unfortunately, as for how much smaller, we have no idea yet, as the minimum and recommended still call for 175GB. Okay, so like I said earlier, I've saved this one for last as there is a lot to say and there's a lot that's been going on around it. Unless you've been abstaining from the internet recently, it would be hard for you to miss the events that have occurred with Blizzard recently. It all stems from the aftermath of the Asia Pacific Grandmasters which happened last Sunday. Hong Kong Hearthstone player Blitzchung caused quite the stir in his aftermatch interview on the official Hearthstone stream. During the stream, Blitzchung, wearing a gas mask, shouted "Liberate Hong Kong, revolution of our age" in protest against China's current actions in the region. Shortly after this, the stream was cut to an ad, and when brought back, the 2 shoutcasters were visibly embarrassed and covering their faces. After this, it came to light that Blitzchung was facing a 12-month ban from competitive Hearthstone play and had to forfeit any winnings from the Grandmasters season. In Blizzard's statement, they basically explain what happened and then go on to say that Blitzchung and the 2 casters violated the official competition rules. They go on to explain the punishment to Blitzchung with the ban and the losing of prize money, but then they say they will be ceasing to work with the casters as well. So not only did Blizzard ban someone for free speech, but they also binned their casters who didn't really do anything. Well, it appeared that way, but during my scouting I found this tweet in which this guy explains that the casters encouraged Blitzchung to say what he said. I don't speak Mandarin, but apparently they said, "Say the 8 words, then we'll end the interview immediately," suggesting that the casters were in on this before it happened. In the aftermath of the ban, it became very apparent that you've gone f***ed up, Blizzard. The community lashed back on social media, with people especially interested in Blizzard's decision, given that the company is partially owned by Chinese investor Tencent. They hold a 5% stake in the gaming company. A lot of companies in the United States have been scrutinised for having Chinese investors, as a lot of people say they're craving to the country's politics. A recent example of this is the NBA. The NBA received harsh criticism when Daryl Morey, general manager of the Houston Rockets, had posted a tweet supporting Hong Kong. This tweet swiftly got taken down after several NBA stars released statements saying how much they love China. You can just imagine their bosses telling them exactly what to say. But yeah, in this situation, people were basically saying that Blizzard were playing the appealing to China card. Scrolling through the Twitterverse, the viewpoint from everyone was pretty much unanimous, and Blizzard was facing a massive boycott, with people vowing to end their World of Warcraft memberships and saying they would be uninstalling all their Blizzard games in protest of Blizzard's anti-freedom of speech approach. This guy went the full 10 yards and just uninstalled the Battle.net launcher. Everyone was pissed at Blizzard. Even professional Hearthstone streamer and tournament caster Brian Kiblar issued a statement to say he will have no involvement in Grandmasters anymore. And even Epic Games chimed in and said they support everyone's right to express their views on politics and human rights, and that no Fortnite player or content creator would be banned or punished for doing so. Even after being confronted about the 40% stake that Tencent has in Epic, Tim Sweeney still stuck by his guns, saying that as a controlling shareholder, they would never go through a similar situation. And the memes, guys. The memes. People even started turning Mei from Overwatch into a mascot of the protests. I gotta say, it was nice to see so many gamers unite and get loud for something more important than the usual. Instead of shouting about a game releasing for specific cosmetic launches, we have gamers getting pissed for real issues. After all this backlash, President of Blizzard Entertainment J. Allen Brack issued a statement on the whole ordeal, backpedaling are the words here. The statement goes on about how much Blizzard supports free speech and bringing the world together and core values and whatnot, but then goes on to explain that that's not what the tournament was about, and that competitors are only allowed to talk about the tournament and how they're feeling. How are you going to sit there saying the whole world should be holding hands in a big field singing Kumbaya and then crunching a guy for shouting out against the shit that's going on in his home? The statement continues that they were aware of what has been going on online and they have now decided that they reacted too quickly, probably from intense pressure from everyone. They bring up another value they hold, play nice, play fair, and say that as Blitzchung played fair that they now believe he should receive his prizing. But they obviously think he didn't play nice still, as he is still receiving a 6-month ban, along with the casters. So from the looks of it, every voice matters, except when your voice, in Blizzard's sole discretion, brings you into public disrepute, offends a portion or group of the public, or otherwise damages Blizzard's image. The last thing I'd like to say on this matter is good luck with BlizzCon Blizzard, because you're going to need it.